pleasure and happiness. A lot of people equate the two, but I'm here to tell you that they are completely different. A lot of people think they're exactly the same. In fact, on the internet, you can find definitions that actually conflate and confuse the two. So what are the differences between pleasure and happiness? And I believe there are 7. Pleasure is short-lived, happiness is long-lived. Pleasure is visceral, happiness is ethereal. Pleasure is taking, happiness is giving. Pleasure can be achieved with substances, happiness cannot be achieved with substances. Pleasure is experienced alone, happiness is experienced in social groups. The extremes of pleasure all lead to addiction, whether they be substances or behaviors. Yet there's no such thing as being addicted to too much happiness. And finally, number 7, most important, pleasure is dopamine and happiness is serotonin. Now, these are 2 biochemicals. These are 2 neurotransmitters. These are 2 chemicals that the brain makes and uses to communicate between one neuron, brain cell, and another. Now, why do we care? So what? And neurons, when they're excited too much, too frequently, tend to die. So the neuron has a defense mechanism against that. What it does is it reduces the number of receptors that are available to be stimulated in an attempt to try to mitigate the damage. Now, there's one thing that downregulates serotonin: dopamine. So the more pleasure you seek, the more unhappy you get. Have very specifically and in a coordinated fashion confused and conflated the term happiness with the term pleasure, so that you can buy happiness, so that they can sell you their junk. It's called the American economy, and it's based on hedonic substances that drive pleasure rather than happiness. And in the process, we have become most decidedly unhappy.